Hello my friends, my name is Dragonheart, Prince of Wales, and welcome to a channel update video. It's been a long time since we've done one of these, and this video also serves a second purpose for me, and that is to test out my new setup because, well, I'll get into that in a second. Let's do it, guys. Okay, so when I say test my setup, what I mean by that is I have a new boom arm. Long story short, I had a Blue Yeti years ago. That was my main microphone, and I had the Rode boom arm for that. I sold the Blue Yeti to one of my former work colleagues who runs a website called User Potion, which is a gaming review website, and I ended up buying the current microphone that I've got by here, an SL600, which I've had for about 4 or 5 years now. However, what I've been doing since then is using the SL600 with the Rode boom arm, and they're not compatible. I don't have the right brackets and stuff. So for years, I've been tying the microphone with elastic laces and elastic bands and all sorts to the boom arm in a very unprofessional way. I just thought to myself, I'm in my own house now. I may as well just get that sorted. So I've gone and bought myself a new boom arm, which is what we've got on by here. And it's connected perfectly. It's got a couple of different adapters with it. So if you're using a microphone with phantom power, for example, it has a nice little clip you can use for that. But it's set up perfectly. I'm happy with it. Obviously, I've repositioned a few things. So this video serves as purpose for me to test my audio, to check my levels and stuff. I have done a couple of little tests and tweaks with the microphone. I've also had to offset my audio by about minus 280 something milliseconds, because when I did the clap test, which you basically do a clap, you do another clap, then you do a third clap, you record about 10 seconds worth of audio, you stick it into your video editor, you zoom right into the clip, and then you look to when your hands actually meet, and that's when the sound should start. And if it's off or in front or behind that, then obviously you need to change the offset. So I'm hoping that the offset and stuff is fine for this video, and I haven't got too many problems. I'll know that later on when I edit this video. So that's the first thing. I just want to get out there of one of the reasons why I'm making the video. But obviously this is a channel update. I want to talk to you about what's going on. First of all, one of the best series ever is back on YouTube, and that's Lord Rexasaw's channel update, or Update Monday. So yes, get in there. So it's only taken him like 2 years. PlayStation 5 came out this week, just gone. Unlucky for me, I haven't got one. Damn. But well done to all people who were able to get one. I do want to get one. Me and Panda do want one. I think Panda wants it more than me, to be honest with you, because there's more stuff that she's more likely to play on there at the moment. She's a big Final Fantasy fan. She's a big Resident Evil fan. I can take her or leave it with those games, to be honest. So we'll see what happens in the future. We're happy to wait until next year. I know that, oh my god, there's a random cat just ran into the room by here. She just decided to jump up and just take off, and if I move her tail, there we go, hey, there we go, there's her tail. As I was saying, or trying to say before I got interrupted by Luna, we can wait till next year. There's no rush. I did notice on Games website that there is more pre-orders and stuff for December the 10th, I believe. It's just been crazy, and I don't want to be part of this crazy kind of culture of jumping in and pre-ordering the consoles and stuff. I do like going into the stores and getting them in a very old-fashioned way, which is what I used to do years ago. So I kind of want to do that, if possible. Obviously, it's difficult with the coronavirus and everything at the moment. But yeah. Oh, iTunes, Apple software decided just to pop up on my screen. Thank you for that, computer. Can't you see I'm recording? How dare you? But yeah, so that's one thing. We'll talk in depth about that on the podcast. We are going to be recording that this weekend, hopefully, as long as Sondre's available. And I think Panda's going to take part in it as well, so it'll be her first podcast. We'll talk about the PlayStation 5. Rex will have a lot more to say about that, I imagine, as he's got one. And obviously, we want to get one, so we'll talk about that. The other thing that's happened is Assassin's Creed Valhalla came out. Yay! I'm a bit like that with it. I'm going to go into depth in the podcast of how I feel about the game, because there's a lot of things I like and at the same time dislike. It's quite a divisive Assassin's Creed in my opinion. And I won't spoil anything in this video. In the podcast, I might spoil a few things depending on whether the other two people in the podcast want to be spoiled or not. And then obviously I'll mention beforehand that what I'm going to talk about now is going to be spoilers don't watch for the next however long sort of thing if I do go into it. But overall, yeah, I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not thinking it's as good as it could have been. So that's just my thoughts there. Other thoughts, other things that have happened with me actually. PlayStation. Well, about PlayStation. So I've talked about PlayStation already. Bowls. That's the other thing. Bowls. I've gone back to playing bowls recently. Yay! Oh my god, there's cats everywhere. They're just running around. They go mad every time I go to record a channel update video or a video in general. They just run around like lunatics. They are absolutely bizarre beasts. Bloody hell. I've gone back playing bowls. They've opened the club back up. Obviously, it's restricted. I think it's no more than 15 people in the hall at one time. They're only using 3 rinks out of the 6 at any time. Only one person who's nominated on the rink can touch all of the equipment. So the jack, the mats, the scoreboard, all of that. Once you finish, you've got to put it all in a in a cardboard Amazon box by the counter. And then in the second hour, then you play for an hour. In the second hour, the staff who were there will then spray it all down and everything and clean everything up. So it's really well run. So well done to the club. Really pleased with how they're doing it. It's nice to get back on the rink and play bowls. Like I played in February. Like indoor season now, it goes end of September until first week of April. Sometimes if you're in tournaments, finals and stuff, then it'll go till the first week of April. Otherwise, it'll be March. Last season, my season ended mid-February because my workplace got flooded, and it meant that I was relocated to a different place, working rather. But it meant that it would have taken me longer to get home and to get to bowls in the evenings, so I wouldn't have had time to play. So I had to drop out of the team at the end of the season. I didn't play the last few games, which was kind of gutting for me. But that's just the circumstances of the way things are. So I last played mid-February. Then in September, the club opened back up for members and stuff. And I played, and I had a practice with my dad. That was great. And then we had a member who had a positive test, so the club had to close. Then in the midst of that, we had the 2-week Welsh circuit break lockdown. So then that happened. So then that got delayed even more. And then this week they've opened it back up, and we're in mid-November now. So I played once in February, once in September, and once in November. That's my bowl season in a nutshell right there. My last 3 games. And the funny thing about it, on all 3 occasions, I've used a different set of bowls. Because in the end of season, last season, February, I used the bowls I was using my old size 2s. And then when I went back in September, my new bowls that I had ordered hadn't arrived. So I used my blue ones, which I use outdoors, my light blue ones, which you've seen on the channel before when I made that video with Panda. I don't like using them indoors because they're called Tigers. And there's different types of bowls you can get. You can get Tigers, Tiger 2s, Tiger Pros. There's all sorts. The Tiger 2s are more of a midline range bowl. I'm going into so much details about bowls right now, and this is going to go over everyone's head, but I don't care. I'm going to talk about it because I haven't been able to talk about bowls for ages. The Tigers that I've got, they got a massive swinging line on them indoors. So if you're playing on an end rink, like rink 1 or rink 6, where you've got a ditch along the side, you have to bowl absolutely perfectly with your weight and your line. There's no give at all. If you're a little bit under, your bowl will whip right across the rink. And if you're obviously too wide, you're going to be in the side ditch and your bowl's going to be dead. You're going to be losing bowls every single end. So that's the problem you have. Whereas a nice steady mid-range bowl, you got a lot more give on a wider draw or a narrower draw. It's just a better bowl for the indoor surface, in my opinion. So I use Drake's Pride Professionals, but I bought myself, it's called Drake's Pride Pro D. They have these brand new grips which are lovely, and it's a mid-range bowl, and it's a red speckled bowl in colour. So they arrived, so I was able to use them this week, just gone now in November. So I on my last 2 bowls matches as well, I've also used 3 different sets of bowls. So I just find it hilarious. But that's just the way the world is at the moment, and yeah, interesting stuff as always. Gaming-wise, I've talked about Valhalla, obviously. There's not an awful lot else I've been doing. My friend Tom has bought himself Crusader Kings 3, and he said to me on the phone last night that he's really confused by it. And I'm always confused by Crusader Kings. I have it myself. I think I got like 20, 30 hours on the game, and I'm the same. I'm still like, what? Although I haven't played it for a while, so I'm going to be rusty if I go back to playing it soon. Streaming wise, I haven't done any streams, mainly because I can't be asked to stream. I got to be in the right mood. If I'm not in the right mood, I don't stream. I've had opportunities to stream, I just haven't felt like it. I will stream soon, I just can't say when. It's not going to be Valhalla. As I said in the video, I'm a bit with Valhalla, so we'll see what things transpire in the next sort of few weeks. I'll probably be doing some PC streams. I have got a couple of games on PC that I haven't played yet. One of them is BioShock Infinite, so we'll go from there and see how that goes. I don't think there's much else to talk about in this video because I've covered everything pretty much. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.